The Derek Chisora stuff, that's recently fallen over, and a little bit of sort of comment from Derek Chisora just in the past day or two. In the official press release, he said that Joseph Parker had shit himself and bitched out, as he put it. What do you make of some of his statements there?
Oh, it's complete rubbish. The fight didn't fall over. We pulled the pin on it and called their bluff because they've been pissing us around for 5 or 6 weeks. And for that long period, I warned them repeatedly that if they don't forward terms, if they don't forward even anything in writing, we'll pull the pin. And we made it clear why. We don't want short camp. Joe's at home in South Auckland, has to travel to announcement back to Vegas, jet-lagged or whatever, and then you don't have much time left before you then have to go back to the UK. So you end up with a very short camp. And I think they thought we were desperate and that they'd leave us with a very short camp to try and get an advantage. So I think it was Chisora that was bitching out, if anyone was.
And so where are things at now with the state of that potential fight? Is it still an option for down the line?
Oh, Joseph would fight anyone, anywhere, anytime if the terms are right and fair, including Chisora, of course.
And now that April 20th date is not there for Joseph Parker, what's happening next? Is there still going to be a stay busy fight in New Zealand of some description?
Well, no. Look, I called for years perhaps to stay busy fight. If we mounted something in New Zealand, it'll be something a bit bigger. Probably look to bring in a higher ranked or name opponent, get some more support and do something that's a step forward. So I don't think I call it a stay busy fight. I'm not really a fan of those. The problem with stay busy fights is you have all the risks of injury or, opponent getting lucky without any return.
So do you not regard Alexander Flores as a stay busy?
Well, to some extent, Joseph had just come off 2 losses. So I call it more rebuilding, get some confidence, etc. But that's done now. So if we're going to fight again here, it'll be something more meaningful that perhaps pushes him further up the rankings or is a name that generates good money.
And where are you looking at in terms of months? April, May, that sort of time?
We have to be flexible. Joseph's staying in shape. He's training twice a day. Yeah. It's not the same as being in camp with your trainer, but he's certainly had the best off-season I've seen. So he's ready to go into camp. Depends on what comes by. I think having 2 young babies at home and having had a hectic schedule for 5 or 6 years, he's enjoying being around home. And he doesn't seem in a hurry. So I think it's whatever the right opportunity is, and be it June, July, whatever.
And given in recent years he's had a pretty heavy schedule and obviously he had the elbow injuries as well, does this extra time to give him a bit of time to sort of really heal the body, get rid of those niggles that he may have been carrying for a while?
You would think so, yes. And he still sees his specialists here. He's got a range of specialists here for various things that he works with. So the answer is, yeah, that should help too. He did have a very fast acceleration to a version of the heavyweight title. I think it was the 4th fastest in history, something like that. Became champion age 24.
There's quite a big sort of shift in the heavyweight movement at the moment, with more broadcasters sort of investing in the division, signing fighters, co-promotional arrangements. We've seen Kubrat Pulev, Tyson Fury, rumoured Dillian White. There's potential for other guys to go elsewhere, potentially Deontay Wilder talking to DAZN. Is Joseph Parker sort of in this mix? Are you having conversations with different people to explore options further afield than New Zealand?
Yeah, of course we are, and we have a matchmaker who works on that also. That's the job we've been doing for 6 years, so that's the job, and that happens all the time. boxing's a fluid business. You can't plan too far ahead. Things change every day. People win, people lose, people injure, people drop out. The rankings change every month. And so it's a moving feast. You just have to keep your eye on the walls and pounce when you spot the right opportunity.
And does the prospect of a long-term deal anywhere with a potential, co-promotional arrangement or with a specific broadcaster, does that hold any attraction for you and Joseph Parker at the moment?
Yeah, all options are always on the table. There's benefits to being independent, but there's benefits to having a long-term arrangement also, and it's just a matter of looking at what that potential arrangement is. And so all options are on the table.
And back in 2016, the back end there, just ahead of the Andy Ruiz fight, you confirmed a co-promotional deal with Top Rank for fights in the United States and China, I believe, and certain arrangements there which were never quite utilised. But is that still in place?
No. I mean, the contract comes to an end shortly, and you're right. The US component was under-delivered. And it wasn't China, it was a US situation.
Okay, so those arrangements are coming to an end. Is that the end of this month, is it?
Yeah, shortly.
Oh, I guess one more quick question. There's obviously in the background at some point is a Junior Far fight. Is that viable, or is there just too much at the moment that Junior Far has to do to make that happen?
Well, no, we take the fight now. But they just price. They know they get worked, so they price themselves out of the market ridiculously. So they know, carefully padding his record, and then they'll cash out with a payday, be it Joseph Parker or be it someone, up in the world. But they know that if they fought Parker now, they're going to get beaten. They know that full well. I mean, Far's fought no one. So, rather than admit that they're scared of Joseph Parker, instead they say they want $1 million to fight in New Zealand or something ridiculous.
Is that what they're asking for now?
Yeah, first it was $500,000, but the last I heard it had escalated to $1 million for a fight in New Zealand. Now that's just plain safe, trying to put up a safety barrier so that they don't have to discuss the fight. I mean, they've openly said that they see it being down the track, and they're clearly padding the record.